What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, I just got done doing a different video for the channel today, and I'll either post it later tonight or tomorrow. But in the meantime, we have got to talk about the breaking story within the last hour coming from the Wall Street Journal under the headline, Scarlet Johannson sues Disney over Black Widow streaming release. We're going to break down everything it says in this article. I'm sure some of you are going to jump to the conclusion correctly and pretty quickly as to what's going on here, but man, it is not something you want to see, especially from an actor who's been with the franchise and the company this long. Really makes you wonder as to what happened behind the scenes and the breakdown in communication. We're going to read through the article, break it all down, but yes, confirmed Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney over Black Widow. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5, Disney Plus subscriptions weekly while the shows are live, and some brand new MCU related giveaways when What If goes live in just a couple of weeks. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So again, under the headline, Scarlett Johansson sues Disney over Black Widow streaming release. Star alleges simultaneous release of latest Marvel movie in theaters and on Disney Plus service was a breach of contract. The article goes on to report, quote, Black Widow has a new enemy, the Walt Disney Company. Scarlett Johansson, star of the latest Marvel movie Black Widow, filed a lawsuit Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court against Disney, alleging her contract was breached when the media giant released the film on its Disney Plus streaming service at the same time as its theatrical debut. Ms. Johannson said in her suit that her agreement with Disney Marvel's Entertainment guaranteed an exclusive theatrical release, and her salary was based in large part on the box office performance of the film. Disney intentionally induced Marvel's breach of agreement without justification in order to prevent Ms. Johannson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel, the suit said. Disney could not be reached for comment. They go on to report, quote, the suit could be the bellwether of the entertainment industry. Major media companies are prioritizing their streaming services in pursuit of growth, etc., etc. We all know the story there. You can be assured that going forward, all of the Disney contracts for all of their major stars are now going to include amendments that say something about the possibility of a streaming service release in the event of what we just saw happen. You also heard them say that the suit says, quote, again, let me read this again, what the suit says. Disney intentionally induced Marvel's breach of contract of the agreement without justification in order to prevent Ms. Johannson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. Now, I am not a lawyer. I do not understand all of the jargon included, but I've read that 3 times, and I don't know if I agree with without justification, and I don't know if I agree with in order to prevent Ms. Johannson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. I think they released it because they knew a lot of people still aren't going to theaters, and they needed to go ahead and get their slate jump started because the shows are starting to come out. All of these things work together. It was part of the slate. Could they have just held on to it for another couple of years until we were 100% at theaters? Sure, but then at that point, it's a 3 or 4 year old movie. I also just don't see Disney or Marvel doing anything with the direct intent of preventing Johansson from making her money. They gave her a solo film when it was sort of after the fact in Infinity Saga. Now, a lot of us argued that this film would have been better served during the Infinity Saga, and there were a lot more factors at play than just Kevin Feige until he was sort of promoted to the president and got full control later during the Infinity Saga, and it was a little late at that point to bring out a film, and he did as soon as he could. Here's the other thing, though. It's money, right? Money is money, and Disney and Marvel Studios have a ton of money. Scarlett Johansson has a ton of money. She has enough money to be able to go after them to make money. I just hate seeing this. I hate seeing the behind the scenes when you think about the actors and actresses who go into making up these superheroes. I hate seeing that there's any bad blood between any of them. But, you know, to some people, Disney has been the enemy in the past. I think they've done a fantastic job of doing everything in their power they can to sort of be with the issues of the time and make movies that are now definitely prioritizing representation in the film industry. I think that their films have served for great messages in the past, but come on, guys, it's been very public, Disney's woes in the past with all sorts of franchises and things content making it into their films. I'm not going to get into any of that here, but I'm sure you, like me, just hate seeing this. And one other thing I have to bring up is I wonder if Scarlett Johansson would have sued in this instance it wasn't her absolute last film in the MCU. You know, they've been asked point blank, they being Marvel Studios, if there could be another Black Widow, and it was like, yeah, but not with Scarlett Johannson. Her time here is done. And she knows she's not making another film with them. I guess there's no way of her coming back now in the multiverse. But you go ahead and sue Disney over this, and that's sort of like the nail in the coffin. And I wonder if it wasn't a decision that she was making based on this and doing it because, hey, she knows she has no future there. Undoubtedly, Disney, Scarlett Johannson, everybody lost a lot of money on this. No, they made money. The film was profitable. It actually did great in spite of its post-COVID release. Numbers were beyond expectation, but lost money is compared to what the film would have made in a pre-COVID world, but we're not in a pre-COVID world. Look, these companies, these lawyers, even Scarlett Johannson, they all have millions and millions and millions of dollars. Undoubtedly, this will get worked out or settled in the courts, and really no sleep is going to get lost. And I do agree, Scarlett Johannson probably did get screwed a little bit on the money she would have made if she had a large take of the box office. But who knows what happened in behind the scenes communication, where the communication got off, where they, she probably just let them say as much as they needed to. She said whatever she legally had to. They went ahead and released it. But I do know that there is a very public interview of Scarlett Johansson supporting Disney Plus release of Black Widow somewhere. And I wonder to myself if that wouldn't legally come into play, because who knows what was said behind closed doors. Maybe she wasn't for it at all. But again, if they held on to that movie for too long, then they just risked it being a 3 or 4 year old Marvel movie. Even if we are in 100% theater capacity, it doesn't mean it's going to do well. I don't know, guys. I'm going to let you weigh in on this one. I hate to report this. I have another great video coming out probably later today, but this was just too important, breaking within the last hour. Had to go ahead and run the story out there. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Doubtful we're ever going to see Scarlett Johansson in the MCU again after this. And as long as I can remember, I cannot remember a lead actor or actress suing one of these major companies like this, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it has happened real recently. And if you guys know about one, let me know down in the comments. I'll be super interested to see how this all plays out. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff again before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions every week while the shows are live. We're also giving away some brand new MCU-related prizes when What If goes live in a couple of weeks. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music, under the name All Fires, with some original music of my own. I appreciate you checking out the channel, guys. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.